Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Shenandoah, 1965. I'm giving this one 4 out of 5 stars. I really like this movie. I thought it could have been better, though. James Stewart plays a farmer in Virginia, and he tries to stay neutral during the end of the Civil War. Because he says he doesn't own any slaves, therefore he has nothing to do, no gripe, which implies that slavery is the main cause of the Civil War, which I highly doubt, having taken a lot of history classes during my college days. But the historical inaccuracies notwithstanding, I thought it was pretty powerful how he was anti-war and anti-statist in tone. At one point, the authorities come to confiscate his horses, and his family just rises up and repels the authorities. That was pretty good. I liked how he chastised the Confederate general who's trying to get his son to join unsuccessfully the Confederate cause, and that was pretty good too. So it's like that the first half of the movie. Then the Yankees come to his farm. They take away his son because he's wearing a Confederate hat as like a plaything, and they take him away as a Confederate prisoner. So he decides to get himself involved in the war. He sets a Yankee train on fire, and he frees a bunch of Confederate political prisoners and Confederate Army prisoners, I should say. And one of them's his daughter's newlywed husband. She married the guy, and he had to go off to war, and a war that he knew they were going to lose. He ended up becoming a prisoner, and then by some miracle chance, James Stewart frees him from the train that's going off to the north. Hard to believe coincidences in this movie. There's another one later on. The boy escapes from going on the ferry. James Stewart's son escapes somehow. Then he gets caught up in the Confederate Army, starts shooting and stuff. He's in the middle of battle, and he gets shot in the leg. And the Yankee soldier is about to kill him is his childhood buddy. So his buddy picks him up and puts him to the side, hides him away in some bush. And, then a sentry shoots James Stewart's son for no apparent reason. James Stewart gets all upset that a 16-year-old he's about ready to strangle him, and he says, I hope you live a long time, have lots of kids. Somebody kills your kid."
That's what you say.
No, I don't say it like that. Not in the midst of Civil War, with all kinds of killing happening.
Civil War movie? Bruh.
Yeah, it's a pretty good Civil War movie. I thought it could be better. It's a little bit too long. At times it drags on, like like it's a TV show, The Virginian or something like that. But anyways, I thought it was pretty good, notwithstanding.
How is this lagging your computer?
James Stewart is an incredible actor. He was also good in Rope, of course, Vertigo. What are some of his other movies that I really like? I guess that's about it. Rope and Vertigo, a couple of Hitchcock films. But he's very animated, principled person. He's always late for church though, because it's like talking to his dead wife in her grave and stuff. Apparently she had a miscarriage when she gave birth to the youngest boy, who was the one who got taken as mistaken as a Confederate soldier, taken away as a prisoner. So, yeah, my great-great-grandfather had 19 kids, and they were all well fed on the farm in Iowa. Kind of similar situation to James Stewart, I guess. He's got like 9 or 10 kids in this one, and this was about what I expected. I didn't think it was a great movie, but I thought James Stewart did a good job in this one. It's got a powerful anti-war, anti-state kind of overtone. Especially with James Stewart attitude in regards to protecting his property and not giving never mind to the Civil War up until his son gets kidnapped by the Union soldiers. So George Kennedy's in it. He plays a Union general, I guess, who wants to help out James Stewart. But there's little that James Stewart or George Kennedy can do to find his kid. So it's kind of a hopeless cause. Eventually, James Stewart gives up. But he comes back, and his son is killed. His son's wife was raped. But his granddaughter's still alive, and one of his other sons was killed also by some drifter guys. So, other than the thing about not owning slaves and therefore not having an interest in the Civil War, I thought it was pretty accurate historically. I mean, with all the raping and killing going on, that about sums up the Civil War right there. Pretty good portrayal of the times during that period. I'm not a big fan of Civil War in general, but this is pretty good anti-war, anti-state movie, like I said. Good stuff, and not highly recommended. I'm not going to post the trailer in the description box, although there is a trailer on the bonus features for this disc. Right now, about halfway through Diary of a Nudist, which is Doris Wishman. So hopefully I can get through that tonight. Doris Wishman?
Yeah.
She's a exploitation director from the 1960s, 1970s.
I got it wrong.
And I think I have one of her movies from 1982. It was our last movie or something. Anyways, that's what I got coming up. I'm in the middle of my George Kennedy section of my Netflix, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm going to be a George Kennedy completist for a while. My son's still here.
Of
When are
course.
you leaving?
I don't know. You say. And of course I'm here. I'm not dead.
Well, that's good. It's nice to know you're still alive.
Everyone that knows me knows that.
Okay.
But when I die, what happens?
I got life insurance for you. Anyways, this is one of the better George Kennedy movies. I can't say that I've enjoyed too many of them, but definitely enjoyed this one. So that's the end of my review. Laters.